Hello, my dear friends, brothers, and sisters. It is day 45 with the Bible through the year. What a blessing to join you this morning. My name is Leo Lozano. I'm an associate pastor here at Revive GMC in Pasadena. Yeah, in Pasadena, Texas, but I was thinking Pasadena, California. It is Pasadena, Texas. Today we will start reading chapter 11 of Matthew. We will be reading from verse 1 to verse 19. I am reading from the New Living Translation, but you can join us from whatever translation you're using. The important thing is to show up, right? To search the Father's heart, and throughout the day to meditate on what we are about to read, to ask the Spirit of the living God, what do you want to speak to my own heart? So let us read together. When Jesus had finished giving these instructions to his 12 disciples, he went out to teach and preach in towns throughout the region. John the Baptist, who was in prison, heard about all the things the Messiah was doing. So he sent his disciples to ask Jesus, "Are you the Messiah we've been expecting, or should we keep looking for someone else?" Jesus told them, "Go back to John and tell him what you have heard and seen. The blind see, the lame walk, the lepers are cured, the deaf hear, the dead are raised to life, and the good news is being preached to the poor. And tell him, God blesses those who do not turn away because of me." As John's disciples were leaving, Jesus began talking about him to the crowds. "What kind of man did you go into the wilderness to see? Was he a weak reed, swayed by every breath of wind? Or were you expecting to see a man dressed in expensive clothes? Nah. People with expensive clothes live in palaces. Were you looking for a prophet? Yes. And he is more than a prophet. John is the man to whom the scriptures refer when they say, 'Look, I'm sending my messenger ahead of you, and he will prepare your way before you.' I tell you the truth. Of all who have ever lived, none is greater than John the Baptist. Yet, even the least person in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he is. And from the time John the Baptist began preaching until now, the kingdom of heaven has been forcefully advancing, and violent people are attacking it. For before John came, all the prophets and the law of Moses look forward to this present time. And if you are willing to accept what I say, he is Elijah, the one the prophet said would come. Anyone with ears to hear should listen and understand. To what can I compare this generation? It is like children playing a game in the public square. They complain to their friends, 'We play wedding songs and you didn't dance. So we play funeral songs and you didn't mourn.' For John didn't spend his time eating and drinking, and you say, 'He's possessed by a demon.' The Son of Man, on the other hand, feasts and drinks, and you say he's a glutton and a drunkard, and a friend of tax collectors and other sinners. But wisdom is shown to be right by its results." It's the word of God for the people of God. Thanks be to God. I love how, first of all, Jesus, how he speaks of John the Baptist. And he lets them know he was an incredible guy, the best out there. And yet you were not satisfied. And so he points out, I guess we can say the two greatest, like the GOAT, the greatest, Jesus Christ himself. And, the second one, John the Baptist. And people still were nitpicking, right? They could point to things like, "Oh, I don't like this. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I was expecting this of him. Oh, nah, I was expecting this of you, Jesus." And the truth is that people are never satisfied. They will always complain, no matter what. And they go to these extremes, right? And what I love that Jesus highlights is that neither John nor him were swayed by the masses. They had a mission, they had a purpose, and they knew it perfectly well. And so they did. And, their passion or their commitment was never contingent on, Are people enjoying this? Are people liking it? Are they tweeting about me? Or are they reposting? Or like, no. Am I going viral? Like, they couldn't care less. They were never influenced by people's reactions or expectations. Both of them submitted to the will of God, and that's what they did. It didn't matter who liked it or not. And my prayer is that we will live such lives, that we will seek not the approval of men, but of God. And may we be consistent. May we be, unwavering in our efforts to preach the good news, to point to Jesus, to bring people to the Father. Thank you for joining me today. It's such a pleasure, an honor to have spent so far 45 days with you. If you want to share what God is placing in your own heart, please leave a comment on Facebook or on YouTube. And if you want to share this on your Instagram profile, you can share this. If you're listening on Spotify, you can share it on your stories, and you can tag us, Revive GMC, and let us know what God is doing in your own heart. Thank you for listening, and we'll be here again tomorrow.